Hi everybody. Let me read a great encouraging verse to you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7 says, "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." It's a wonderful verse. Cast your anxiety on him. We all have anxieties, the things that concern us, worry us, the scenarios we imagine, the thoughts that run around our head. Peter just assumes they're there. You have anxieties, whether for yourself, for your family, for your children. Cast your anxieties on God. Cast all your anxieties on God. Don't keep any to yourself. He wants all of them. Cast them on God, sort of throw them off yourself and give them to him. And do that because he cares for you. He's worried about you. You're precious to him. He loves you. So you cast your anxieties knowing he cares. He's interested. Like a loving parent who longs for their child to pour out their worries. God wants us to cast our anxieties on him and so to know the peace that comes from giving them to him. It's a lovely verse. But we have to read it in context. It's a sort of verse, it's so lovely, it gets pulled out, it gets stuck on calendars and things, and it's good and helpful, but it's much richer in context and more challenging. Peter has spoken about how God opposes the proud but gives grace to the humble. And then he says, "Humble yourselves therefore under God's mighty hand." And actually it's all one long sentence. You humble yourself, casting your anxieties. You need to humble yourself before you cast. In fact, casting your anxieties is one of the ways you humble yourselves. See, Peter's calling us to recognize God is God. We humble ourselves under his mighty hand. We say, you're in charge, not me. You're God, not me. It's your world, not mine. I submit to you. See, Peter's readers were suffering in different ways. They could easily have railed against God, questioned God, and Peter calls them to submit to God, to humble themselves under whatever is happening in their life at the moment and accept it from God. And so to say to God, you're in control, not me. And that's the context in which you cast your anxieties. So here's the thing. We only truly cast our anxieties and know the peace that comes from that if we humble ourselves first. The two go together. They go hand in hand. We come to God in our anxieties and we say, you're God and not me, you're sovereign. I accept what comes from your hand and I call on you in it. The opposite, you see, is actually to be proud, to kind of say, God, you're doing it wrong, even to rage against him. But God opposes the proud. He gives grace to the humble. So whatever our anxieties of today are, let's humble ourselves under his mighty hand and cast all our anxieties on him because he does care for us.